Hello, hello, hello. Let me know how the mic is. I changed back from my headset to my other mic. The music should be down low, so we should be good. Of course, it's raining here, so looks like the lighting's pretty good. Again, I got a pool light right over top of me here, so thank you, Dan. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. All right. So I just wanted to go over a couple things tonight. I'm going to start getting these GPUs listed on eBay now that I got some time. I did get rid of one of my 6700 XTs. Iowa Mining needed a GPU, so we did a deal, and I got him taken care of. So that is good. So I got 8 3070 FEs, 8 3060 Ti's FEs, and 7 6700 XTs. So Jackson Digital, hello, sir. Glad you could be here. I know, I didn't know if Veteran and Vistang were going to go live, but they ended up going live, so I kind of pushed it back a little bit. I was giving them about an hour because that's what they usually do. So I also we're going to unbox this cell hasher. I've had it for a couple weeks now. I just haven't had time to set it up, so we're going to go ahead and do that, and we'll take a look at some stuff here. Let me go to my Chrome browser. Looks like Bitcoin's at about 94.6. I know today during the day it got down to 93, 92. It's back up again. And Sui, what else is up? Doge is down. Pi is up. XMR is up. Kaz is up. That's good. 9 cents. It was over 11 for a while there on the 25th, but market's doing all right. I think a lot of people were saying today that the summertime, they think the market's going to go down. So I tend to agree with that, just the way the things have been going. It's not been real great, but I do have a lot of SOL, and so seeing SOL go up has been good. Thinking about getting some Sui. Haven't had that yet, but I found that I could have it on Tangem, so I may do that. All set. Hello, sir. Glad to see you here. Crypto Craig, do you have a cell hasher? I don't remember that, if you told me that or not. All set, you're in everybody's streams too. The problem is when I was live the other day, I made majority of the people mods, and I didn't want to have everybody be a mod. Automatic, you got Sui? Okay. Alright, so here's the Cellhasher site. It's just cellhasher.com. I did get the one with all the phones in it. We'll have to open it up and see which phones are in it. But I was able to meet Luke down at Mining Disrupt. Super cool dude. Just had a baby, so got to meet the wife and the baby. But I've had 10 phones since last year, the AO3Ss. I've had those mining ever since I got them. I may end up getting just a blank classic and putting those in there. And I may do what Hobbyist just did a video on, that, is it Autocrat or whatever it was. Because I still have an issue with these phones where every day I have to have my daughter, when she gets home from work, reset them so that they get back to mining. For whatever reason, it comes out of it. Like, I don't have anything on the phones either. It just automatically like bounces out of it. I can't figure out why it's doing that. So, but yeah, Luke was a cool dude, and I talked to him for probably an hour and a half. There it is, right there. AccuRast. That's what Hobbyist just did a thing on. So with those 10 phones, I'm probably going to do that, and then with the 20 that I got in the cell hasher, I will put those on. Why can't I think of the current coin that I'm on? Drawing a blank. But it's super cool design, like the way they have this, and then all the batteries are taken out and they have it wired. We will pull it out of the box here in a second. I had to cut it all open, and it's actually pretty nice. They have this nice little, let me go back to the main screen. They actually have this nice little how-to for getting things ready for the cell hasher. So that's a pretty cool setup. It's actually heavier than what I thought it was going to be. I get delivered at work, but the this right here, where you can control them all from one screen, that's going to be pretty sweet to do and to set up. So yeah, Craig, I know. I talked to Retro Mike when I first got those other phones, because I tried doing the way that he was doing it without the mining app, and for whatever reason, it wouldn't let me have all 10 phones be on that that setup. And Retro Mike had not seen that, so we couldn't figure it out. So I had to go back to the cell phone mining app and then use that. And for whatever reason, it kicks them out. So DJ, hello, sir. Glad to see you here. Not as good as you. You know that. Greater Good. Hello, sir. Yes, Veristan. I was drawing a blank. Scott Sheffield. Hello, sir. All right, so it looks like we got 9 people here right now, so I'm going to go ahead and unbox this. Let me go back to the main screen here. All right, let me get it out of the box. It also came with a USB to USB-A, the old printer style cables, to plug it into a computer so you can control all those. Oh boy. They got that tight in there. Oop. Losing my mic. There we go. All right. So here it is. So you got your power there. Then you got a bunch of individual individual switches on it. It's got a cool logo on it. And then just that on the side. And then they got it packed down pretty good. Let me grab one of my screwdrivers real quick. Ugh. We'll open it up. I know that when Hobbyist did his, he had a bunch of the phones that came disconnected, so. DJ, it's a cell hasher. I don't know if you met Luke when we were down at Mining Disrupt, but he's the one that designs these. He's out of Minnesota. So him and another guy build these cell hashers. So it's got 20 phones in it that they de-shrouded, took the batteries out and everything, and then they hooked them up so that they could run through the power supply that's in here. So there we go. So he's got all this plastic wrap inside of it. Woo boy, look at these phones. So let me lift it up. So right there are all the phones. Uh-oh. Didn't see that coming. So that tells you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 came unplugged during shipping. So I'll have to plug them back in. But yeah, it's super cool design. It so they basically have like USBs plugged into this side right here is where the USBs are plugged into. Like I tried to do that. I think it happened to Hobbyist too when he was showing them off. But they came off, so you got to put them back in and charge them back up. So I will do that. But it's basically just the screen, the batteries are gone, and then they wire it up so that all the power goes through this box, which is a pretty cool setup. My first time unboxing it, I got it right after I got back from Mining Disrupt. I just haven't had time to set it up, so. Cool, cool. It's a cool little design. Can it make 20 phone calls? No. Yeah, well, Jackson, like I said, when Hobbyist got his and he undid the plastic and everything, he found that a bunch of them were not plugged in because he powered it up and not all the phones were showing. So you definitely want to take the top off, check it out, look at the phones, make sure everything's good, dump it over like I did, you know. Now I got to line them all back up correctly and get the wires out of the way. But yeah, no, Luke was, like I said, Luke was pretty cool. Meeting him down at Mining Disrupt. So, and like I said, he was there with his wife. They just had a baby, so they were walking around with the baby. Yep. So I'm gonna have to play with that, put them back together. So. Rizzle, that's good. That's good. I almost pulled the trigger because I was able to get that since the 5090 and the 5080 were gone, but I don't know, man. Now that I'm selling all my GPUs, I'm keeping the 4070 Super right now in this computer. That's what I'm using for gaming and stuff. So, Retro Mike, hello, sir. You missed me dumping all the phones out. 5 of them came unconnected during shipping. DJ, let me go back to the site. So if you want just the box itself, it's $149. If you want the box and the 20 phones, it's $1,599. There's different people that have codes. I don't have a code. And then you can do the cell hasher reverse, which is this right here. So it's like a smaller version. It's $169. And then you have the cell hasher rack mount. So that's where you can put it in a rack mount. That's $239. And it's just cellhasher.com. And like I said, I know hobbyists, I don't know who else, maybe Retro Mike, they have discount codes for that, so. That's funny, Scott. Yeah, Retro Mike is not a mod there, Crypto Craig, so you can ban him if you want. It's a fucking goat. Yeah, the rack mount looks sweet. I didn't even know they had that, Craig. That's why I wanted to pull the site up so we could take a look. I need to get, a buddy of mine was actually selling a rack mount. The problem is getting it into my basement. Oh, and then yesterday, I think I've told you guys, but we are finally getting fiber. They ran it through the backyard and everything, and they called yesterday, and they're ready to install it. So next Thursday, I will get, I was going to get, I told Geek and them guys, I was going to get 250 up, 250 down, but they're actually upgrading me to 500 up and down for the same price. And I get the first 3 months free internet. So I'm like, yeah, I go, I'll do that. I'll take it. Retro Mike, that's good. Yep, I'll tell you right now, I paid full price. The thing is with like shop and different things like that, you can do payment plans and stuff. And I always do that with like eBay or with PayPal and different things like that. I don't do the full amount right away. So. Ducties, hello, sir. I don't think I've seen you before. Appreciate you tuning in. Right now we're just looking at the cell hasher. I got it delivered. I got to get it set up and going. I did get the 20 phones with it. I did dump them. If you weren't here earlier, that'll be real nice. I'm sure somebody can, take a snippet of that and show everybody that I dumped it. Yes, they still have the screens on them, great or good. Yep, they still have screens. The problem is I got the wires all tangled up now from dumping them. So I'm going to have to mess with that and then put them back in correctly and then plug them back in. So it's a USB on a board, and then it's got an adapter that goes from USB to USB-C. Actually, I have one right here for my speaker. So they're actually using, there we go. They're actually using this right here. So it is USB to USB-C, and that's how they're charging them inside of the case. That's what I was thinking, Craig. And now that they have the rack mountables, you just slide them right in. That'd be awesome. You talking about the 149, Scott, or are you talking about the 1599? Retro Mike, do you know who all has discount codes? Is it just Hobbyist? I think it gave me like 50 or 75 bucks off. That was it. Well, Duck D's, I'm just starting to do more live streams. I need to do some more videos. I'll probably do a video here on the Cell Hasher. I told Luke I would do that. And I'll kind of go into what I have currently going and stuff. Right now, I'm getting ready to put, let me grab them. I always like the Founders Edition. Let me go back to full screen. So I always like the Founders Edition, so I got 8 3070s. I'm going to be putting those on eBay, also with 8 3060 Ti's, and then now I have 7 6700 XTs. I'm going to put all those on eBay. Tried to do Marketplace, I've tried to do other stuff, I just can't get them sold. And it looks like they're selling on eBay, so something I got to do, I got to clean. Crypto Craig had me get 99.9% alcohol and 91% alcohol. So we're gonna have to spray the cards down, clean them off and everything, and then get them listed. I'm trying to figure out, there's a couple, and I did this in my last live, there's a couple that have bent metal pieces on them. So I'm debating on whether I should put them all on as like a lot of 8 and just sell them 8, you know, individually on eBay, or do them separate and go over what's wrong with the ones and then maybe discount the price on them. So you think Andy, Hobbyist, and one other person. Okay. Yeah, I don't know that, and I didn't ask Luke, so. Jackson, I'm going to put those for, I want to get 300 if I can. I'm going to do buy it now or make an offer. And if somebody offers down to like 275, I may do that. The 3070s, because they're Founders, they've been going for like 350 on eBay. So that's what I'm going to list those at. The one that's messed up a little bit, I'll probably put that one at like 300. I got into mining in March 2022. I had 2 580s in a desktop PC that I got from work because I work in IT. And we were throwing a bunch of stuff out. And a guy at work told me about NiceHash. So I put those on NiceHash, and I was making anywhere from $10 to $20 a day with ETH. And then it went proof of work, in September. And then I started following Hawk and some other people on YouTube, and I got the 3070s Founders Editions, the 3060 Ti Founder Editions, and then I got one rig of the 6700 XTs that I bought off of eBay. And I sent those all to Terra. Terra no longer is doing GPUs, so they sent them back, and now there's nothing really to GPU mine, so that's why I'm selling them. Yeah, Jackson, if you go on eBay and just look up the graphics cards and go to completed and sold, it kind of gives you an idea of what they're going for right now. And with the tariffs and stuff that are going on right now, surprisingly the prices are up. I just gotta clean them and get them posted and stop procrastinating and get it done, but we're just constantly busy. I know Craig knows this, but I have 2 younger daughters, 13 and 9, and it's soccer season right now, and I'm coaching both of their teams. So like during the week it's all soccer practices, weekends it's all soccer, and then we do it all over again for 6 weeks. So yeah, Crypto Craig, it's I really don't want to get rid of them, but they're not making me money. And I can't run them at home because I have 26 cents electric. So I might as well try and get money back for them. I mean, I still have my 4090, my 4070, my 3090 Founders Edition. Those three are on salad. The 4090 is getting rented more than the 4070 and the 4070 and the 3090. Now, last week the 3090 got rented for 5 straight days at about $6 a day, but then it was done. So it would have been nice if it kept going. Travelers Travels, hello sir. We were just going over, I dumped it actually. This is the cell hasher. So I got the cell hasher a couple weeks ago. I haven't had time to get it up and going. And then I was leaning it forward and I decided to dump them out. There was 5 that were loose. I don't know if you remember, Hobbyist had some loose when he got his also. So 6900 XT. Yeah, DJ, buy Bitcoin. I had a good amount of Bitcoin, but ended up using that to pay my house off last year. So having no house payment has been pretty nice. So I can't complain. You guys are all talking about kids in there now, aren't you? Yeah, so if you guys get a chance to check it out, Cell Hasher. I'd tell you to let them know that I sent you there, but I'm not affiliated with anybody. So I just think it's going to be a cool concept, and I've been using the phones, but I wanted the case and I wanted the pre-built phones. So Luke's a good guy. Like I said, I met him down at Money Disrupt, and him and his wife and new baby were very cool to talk with and to deal with. So yeah, Travelers Travels. I mean, we didn't pay a lot for it because we're in lonely little Iowa, but we bought it in 07 and we got it paid off in 2024. So 17 years, can't complain. Another thing I was going to talk about tonight was Wingbits. So I got mine set up last week. I don't have it pulled up here because I don't want to dox myself at all. But I'm in this vicinity right here. So I'm getting Chicago aircrafts, and I'm getting all the way down to St. Louis. I'm almost up to Minneapolis. It'd be nice if I could get all the way up there. I actually need to move it higher. It's on the low end of my garage right now. My Geodnet and my Nebula are at the top peak. I'm waiting for a mount from Suburban Crypto. Most people see him on Twitter. He's got pretty good mounts for those deep end devices. So once I get that, I'll move it higher. And we'll see if I get, right now I have 31 hexes with the way I have mine set up. But I'm guessing once I get it a little higher, I might be able to maybe get to Rochester. I do have some family that live up here, so I'm trying to talk them into putting up a Wingbits because it's available in this vicinity right here. So, but I like this, and it's pretty cool. I was actually talking. We have a guy at church that flies airplanes, and I was telling him about this, and he told me about another app that kind of does the same thing. And but I think it's what pilots get, where they can see like all the flights that are going on and different things like that. So But I think this will be good. Like, it's been out for a while. The device was super easy to set up. I'm going to do a little video on that, just showing how I set it up and everything. And I'll get that out. It's all new to me. To me, the live streaming is way easier than creating the videos. But per Brandon Coin, you just got to sit down and do it. So, and I think Retro Mike, you can let me know. Back on the cell hasher, I think Luke said that they're coming out with a new software or a new version with that. So that'll be nice also. Ugh, that sucks, Travelers Travels. Stupid hurricanes. Zadie, I like that. So many old people. That's funny. They're old, but they're wise. Right, Crypto Craig? Hey, Travelers Travels. I think it was during Hobbyist's stream. You said that you found a new firmware for your Geodnets. Did you just log into the Geodnet and then run the firmware right from there, or did you have to pull it from their website? Retro Mike, I was super sad that we didn't get to meet, but I'm glad that you were okay from what you had to have done during your mining disrupt. I was really excited to finally get to meet you face to face. So I hope you are doing well. I know you've been cranking out the videos also, so that's good. And did I hear, Retro Mike, that on your solo pools, when you guys hit a block, it also goes to people that are on the pool? If I remember right, you said that when Panda was talking about hitting one on your pool. DJ, I'd have to look and see. I know Luke said, hold on. Let me go to Twitter real quick. Drop these phones again. Give me 1 second, guys. I just don't want to dox myself. I know I told Luke that I got the cell hasher, and he responded in a tweet and told me about the software that was coming, the firmware update. Oh, DJ, you're talking about Geodnet. Travelers Travels just said that there was a new firmware update. He didn't know specifically what was going to happen with it, but he was just saying that there was a firmware update. Okay, Luke said right here, let's go, brand new software out soon too. So there's going to be brand new software with the cell hasher that he's been working on. Are you sure Travelers Travels? Because I know I was in a stream and you said that the GeoNet had a new firmware update. I'm pretty sure it was you because you're the big D-Pen talker in chat. You're too poor. Trust me, doing the payment plan for the cell hasher was tough for me. DJ, I was going to tell you, I've been logging in at night for DoorDasher, and it actually has been doing pretty good here, like super busy at night. I just haven't had the time to do it. My wife and kids are going to go away here in a little bit, so I was going to log in and do it and just see how I got paid and stuff, but that'll be a nice little extra cash flow coming in doing the DoorDash. All right, so let's go to GeoNet then. Whew, this just keeps climbing right here. We're up to 16,526. I got real mad because I have 2 right now, and I was going to put one at a friend's house up here in Mason City, and they had the hex all lit up right here for one to be put in here, and then they took it away a couple months ago, and then right after they took it away, somebody put one right in the hex, these right here, where you get paid extra for being in there. I think it's like, I want to say it's like 4x, yeah, in the super hex. I wanted to get it up to my friends so bad and get it put in the super hex, and I just never got up there, and then they just removed it. Pissed me off. But there was one like right here over Mason City. Yeah, Travelers Travels. I mean, everybody's pushing it, so they just keep going up. It is crazy though. The problem I have is the one I have at my parents', it's not high enough. So it's only at like 75%. So I'm only getting like 4 or 5 GeoNet for that one. Mine at my house is high enough, and I was the first one in the hex. So I get all the rewards 100%. And that one pays me out about 26 Geo a day. So I'm getting around 29 and 30 Geos a day. I'm actually at 5,000 tokens. Now anything that I make every week, I'm putting into USDT and then using that to buy when we have some dips and stuff. That's the hardest thing, and I think it's probably hard for you guys, is to take wins or take money that you're ahead on and either put it into USDT, USDC, or even take it out, you know, using Coinbase or putting it into another token. A lot of people just sit and hodl. And then I was one of those, but then watching everybody else on YouTube, I was like, I need to start taking some profits, even if it's 25% or 50%. And so I started doing that, and it's actually been good. Did Veteran and Vistang, are they still going, or did they stop? I watched at the very beginning. I'll have to check that out, Travelers Travels. I know he was talking about getting that and getting the Wingbits. I actually have so I'm a ham radio operist. So I have a 40-foot pole outside It's actually in my garage because my grandfather passed away, and so I got his 40-foot pole. I just don't know if we're going to stay at this house now that it's paid off. I've been looking in the country because I'd like to move out to the country. But it would be nice to have that 40-foot pole up and then put all my D-pin devices on it. Right now it's actually working pretty good on my garage because my garage is, so the east side is very slanted, but the west side is kind of flatter. So I can walk right up and I just drill right in and mount my devices, and it works out good. And then I have nothing around me, so there's nothing blocking my devices. Mayonnaise sandwiches. That sounds tough, Jackson. We had Asian bowls tonight. It's hamburger, noodles, cucumber, carrots, edamames. They're like little green beans. And then we do a Japanese barbecue sauce on top of it. And there's another one. It's mayo, the sriracha sauce, and water. You mix that together and you put that over the top. Oh, we have those every week. My kids just devoured them. They love them. They're so good. $0.25, DJ. Man, I haven't been in free cash for like a year, man. It was good back in the day when you could watch the videos and get rewards that way, but they kind of took that away. And so I kind of just stopped because that's how I was earning. I never, and I'm telling you this, DJ, I never, any game I played using an iPhone, never got paid for anything that I did. I even put money into the apps. Stupid. And then you try and deal with free cash support and they're no help at all. Yeah, Jackson, it was tough for a while, but now that they're 13 and 9, the older they get, the more they eat. And they don't care what they're eating. So that sounds good, ducties. Free meals, you can't pass those up. I have tracking on, DJ. I do everything correctly. Doesn't matter. They do not pay for any games. And I actually put, I think, 25 bucks into one game. And I never got any money back from them. Pissed me off. Fish sticks, I never got into those. Traveler's Travels. Never got into those at all. I see that Hawk. I don't know if you guys saw that pop up. Hawk's playing CS2. Chump was in there earlier with 56. They were playing that new game that they're playing. I don't know what it is. I've never heard of it. So. I asked you a while back, DJ, about that, and I only did the walls or the ones that you told me to do because you said that they are guaranteed to pay out, but I never got paid out. Pissed me off. I mean, I liked getting. When I got paid out, I always did Doge and just moved it into my Doge bag, and that actually helped pay my house off. So. I did see though, DJ, I logged into my free cache after you did your video on it, and I saw that the UI had changed a little bit. So they're at least still working on things on the back end, but I wish you could still just have a computer running and run the ads, but I should just take one of those AO3S phones and use that specifically for free cache, huh? Then I wouldn't have those issues. But yeah, DPen has been really good to me. Like the two GeoNets, I put those in last June, and they both have paid themselves off already. And we're coming up, you know, in June. I think Traveler said June 26th is the next halving. And I think it's halving all the way down to 0, if I remember right. But I'm just letting them run. Super easy to set up, low watts, get paid every week. All right, I'm gonna go for about another 5 minutes. If anybody's got any questions or anything, we pretty much covered everything. When you guys clean your GPUs with the alcohol, do you guys wear a mask and gloves, or do you guys just quickly get it done and then let them sit and let them dry? Thank you, Travelers Travels. Alright, I can lower that down. Move you guys over here so I'm looking straight at the camera, looking at my audience. Again, appreciate all you guys coming out. I thought maybe I'd get some people that wanted to see what the cell hasher looked like, and you even got to see me dump it. So, does VRAM matter for mining? VRAM doesn't really matter for mining. It matters for any AI that you're doing. So like Salad or Vast, that's why the 4090, the 5090s that have more VRAM are better for AI. The toxic miner. Hello, sir. I just don't want to hurt myself, you know, sucking in all those bad fumes. All it says is it's high strength solvent, perfect for cleaning and degreasing tools and equipment. No water additives, suitable for technical. It is flammable, evaporates quickly, leaves no residue. It does tell you not to swallow it. I think that's pretty much a given. Do not inhale it. Keep it out of your eyes. So, oh, goggles, gloves. So, we'll get those cleaned up, get them put on eBay. Hopefully I can get rid of them. That'll be some extra money. If I can get what I want for all of them, I should get right around $6,000. Then you got your eBay fees, which I'm going to start a store and go that way. Sadie, nah, you'll be good. In a month, I'll be like, guys, I got cancer. It must have been from this cleaning of the GPUs. Dries your hands out. Yeah, I've heard that too. Hair on my chest. You guys are funny. During the whole stream, can you guys let me know, was the music good? Like, I have it at like -42. I haven't heard anybody complain that it was been over me. I did change back to this mic compared to my gaming headset. I know with the gaming headset, you guys said you couldn't hear me during that test. So I'm going to try to at least get one of these in a week. Looks like Wednesdays or Mondays will probably be good. I'll try and come up with topics and stuff. like I said, I need to create some videos just so I can get some regular videos out. And I really want to do how did I get into this type of video back in 2022. I actually have videos of the computers I had running down here with the 5080s running on NiceHash. So nobody can hear music. What? All right, let's try this. How's that? Can you hear the music now? How does that sound now? Okay, so I'll leave it at that level then. It's not overpowering over me. Okay. See, and I did a test with Crypto Craig and some other people the other day, and they said the music was good. It's music that Gaming the Smoking Dan made. He made some for RPM, so I had him make me some. It's just a bunch of different hard rock playing in the background. It's like 80s music. All right, so I got it at negative 35 now, and you said it's good. And you can still hear me over the mic, so that's good. Good to know. I'm gonna work on my intro, my outros. I also need to get a better camera. This is just a Logitech. But the light over top of me seems like it's pretty good. It looks maybe I'm like whited out a little bit so I could sit back, but. All right, guys and ladies, I'm gonna get out of here. I appreciate everybody stopping in. We'll see you guys next week, or we'll see you guys in the live chats. Again, appreciate y'all coming out, and we will talk to you later.